And the next piece we're going to be doing is another, and keep in mind, these two that we're doing right here, we have maybe spent like, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes on them. Like we kind of threw these together, and this showcases their just natural abilities to read music and to play music on the spot. So we didn't have as much time to rehearse them like Pomp and Circumstance, but they're still doing awesome. Okay, so one more little thing that we're going to do is we're going to showcase some of the individuals in here. This is just a volunteer thing, so only anybody that want to do a solo. So Sadie was chomping at the bit to do a solo, and she is going to play two pieces that she's been working on, kind of short little pieces, but she wanted to show everybody that you're doing, is it Hey, right? First piece is called Hey. Then she's also going to do a little recognizable melody that is a Beethoven melody. So I want everyone to keep in mind, too, with Sadie, that she's still within her first year of playing flute, and like the difference between last concert and this concert is still tremendous. She's been doing a ton of awesome work playing flute. Next up, we have Mr. Eben here, and he was in a Star Wars mood, I guess. So he has some Star Wars tunes that he wants to play for you guys. Okay, so I wanted to play that one with him because that piece was a big piece for my childhood as well. It was one of the first pieces that I learned by myself and played, and I just loved how he did that. So without further ado, that was the band showcase for you this evening, and I'm going to pass it off to Marcus Conrad. Is that who I'm passing it off to? Who's taking over from here? Ah, you are. Marcus. Okay. So let's go ahead and instruments and books.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse so far. Field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Born a king on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again. King forever, ceasing never, over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Frankincense to offer have I, incense owns and deity nigh. Prayer and praising voices raising, worship the God on high.
All right. We are the music class for the lower grades on our SEED program, and they are going to first play for you our Bells and Boomwhackers, where we have been learning a song by Bach, Minuet in D minor, and at this time we'll just go ahead and do that. Also practiced a song that they have enjoyed a lot in the last few months called Risen, and they would like to sing that for you now. I apologize. I think we're waiting on our sound booth, so I appreciate you all being patient, and they're doing a great job waiting patiently too. one last thing from the music class. We have studied many different things over the hours that we've spent in our seed music class, and they would like to share with you a little bit on several topics that we've studied. One of our groups is composers. So if I could have the composer group come up and present to you just a few bits of information out of what they have learned. They each were able to select, as a group, they worked together to select one of the composers that they enjoyed the most. When we were studying different composers, this was one of their favorites. And he happens to be one of the most popular living composers. So I'm going to let this group share with you a little bit about John Williams. Let's see, let Priscilla share with you really quickly.
He first served in the U.S. Air Force before he became a composer. He's won 26 awards and is the oldest person to get one at 90 years old.
All right. I think that they enjoyed learning about him because he also was part of some very famous movies that some of them have enjoyed. So, Emily, would you share with us a couple of the famous movies that he composed for?
He did the music for Star Wars and Jurassic Park and a lot of more.
Yes. And Titus, did you have anything to add about the movies that he was part of composing music for?
He also made E.T., Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and Indiana Jones and Superman.
And Dakota, what would you like to share with us about John Williams?
Made a few different famous songs, including actually a lot of them, but I'll just say a few. Raiders March, Imperial March, a lot of marches, Duel of Fates, and flying in the flying scene.
Thank you so much. They worked very hard on their presentation and learning about this composer, so thank you for presenting to us on composers. Our next group wanted to share with you what they learned about music form. So I'm going to have our students from the music form group come on up. Learning different music concepts. Some are kind of abstract, and I was very proud of them for making the selection and explaining to us what music form, specifically they picked ABA form to tell you about today. Marcus, can you tell us what ABA form is?
It's like the song we did with the bells and boomwhackers. The top is the same, the middle is not the same, and the bottom is the same as the top.
All right, yes. And that's a good example of it when we did our minuet by Bach. This is an example that they actually drew out themselves, as you can see. And I wondered if you could tell us on this board where ABA form is in Jingle Bells.
A and A.
Right, that's the repeating part at the beginning and the end. And did you all want to sing this for them so that they can hear the part that repeats at the beginning and the end that's similar? All right, here we go. Go for it. What's the A? Start at the beginning and give us the A part. Here comes B. And A again. Thank you so much for that demonstration. Wonderful job. All right, and our last group chose to present to you about the musical instruments that they have learned about, the different families of musical instruments. So if my musical instruments group would come up, this is their project. All right. They have 4 instrument families here, and so I thought I would let them tell you just a little bit about them. We'll start with Troy and the string instruments. Can you give us some examples of them?
Yes, some of them could be piano, harp, and violin.
And how do string instruments make their music?
By plucking them, strumming them, and I think that's it.
All right, thank you. And then I'm going to have Tempe tell us about the brass instruments. Can you tell us a couple of brass instruments?
Horn, trumpet,
And what instrument or what materials do they make those instruments out of?
brass,
All right, and also metals, right? Not just brass, maybe. All right, and then we have Colton's going to tell us a little bit about percussion.
Drums, maracas.
And can you tell us how percussion instruments make their music?
Shaking and hitting.
All right, and then we also have woodwinds, which are, of course, part of the wind instrument family as well, but a little bit different. Kyla, can you give us some examples of woodwinds?
Flute, oboe, saxophone, and clarinets.
And how do they make their music?
By someone blowing into it, the air striking the reeds.
All right, we've studied a lot about musical instruments and gotten to play some of them as well, so they had a hard time narrowing it down and keeping it short, but I thought they did a great job and they worked really hard on their board to present as well. So thank you, Musical Instruments Group.
Like it, he can
Good evening. Um, so this year, the school asked me to come back and do a field day with the kids. So I don't know if any of you guys experienced that in your childhood, but that was one of the funnest days of my elementary. So field day is where we have the kids come out and it's kind of a competition, but it's also just for them to have fun. We did the 25-meter dash, the 50-meter dash. We did the softball throw, long jump, so standing long jump, running long jump. We did some of the older kids, we had some extra time, so we did plank, we did wall sits, we did push-ups, we did sit-ups. So, and then I recorded everything, so within their grade level, I think it's first through fourth. If they were in the top three, they got a ribbon. And then fifth through seventh? Yeah, so if within their ages, I gave them ribbons. So I'll have them come up. They all get a certificate. On their certificate records what their numbers were. So they'll have a record of what they did. And if we continue to do this year to year, I know we did it last year, they'll know how they improved, which most of them did. So anyways, I'll have so Asher Pope. Bill Lewis. Colton Crisco. Eben Cook. He's getting here. Dakota Crisco. Emily Cook. Mason. What? Oh, sorry. Simonis. Marcus. Joba. Titus. Kyla. Timpy. Ethan Rodman was there. I don't think he's here. Oliver. Troy. Ian. Sadie. So those were our kids that participated this year. I thought they did a great job. Again, emphasis is not necessarily on competition, but just doing your best and putting out your best effort, and that's what we like to see.
And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. trust. He built a city from the dust. Oh, Nehemiah, strong and true, refused to rest till he was through.
Thank you so much. I hope that you could hear how hard they have worked to learn that. They have really enjoyed that poem. And now they're going to step back, and we are going to do a song for you that is about Nehemiah as well, called "The Joy of the Lord is My Strength." We had one more thing that they wanted to share with you. We have been learning about the frog's life cycle, and they have made their own presentation board. Can you guys stand up and show them your board that they worked so hard on? They did this all by themselves. They did the cutting and the gluing and the writing, and they really enjoyed learning about the frogs and their life cycle. So I was going to let them tell you in order each of the parts of the frog's life cycle. And Choice, you go first. Tell us, what's the first part? Can you point to it for us? Okay, and what happens in the first one? What do we call it? What's the first part?
Eggs.
And where do the eggs go?
In the water.
How do they get there?
From the mamas.
All right, and Corey's going to tell us what happens next. What's part 2 of the life cycle?
The tadpole. The tadpole breathes from its scales.
And how long is it before the tadpoles hatch out of their eggs?
10.
Yes, 10 days. Not too long, huh? Okay, Demaya, can you tell us, when does the tadpole become something new? When does it change? What happens first?
The legs come in the back.
Yes, the legs come in the back first, and then the tadpole now has hind legs. And then Creed, can you come over here and show us part 4 of the life cycle?
It goes to eggs.
It does. It grows 2 more legs, and then we call it a froglet. And last of all, Tempest, can you tell us, point to where the last part, the 5th part of the life cycle, when it's an adult, can you tell us it gets to do something new then? It can live in 2 places. It can live where?
The water and land.
That's right. And if everybody can listen to them, one last thing, they learned a big word that we talked about all of these. They jumped ahead of me there. Okay, can you guys tell them the big word we learned?
Metamorphosis.
And that means all of the changes that occur during the life cycle. Thank you so much.
Do I need it? Oh, it's on. Okay. Good evening. I am so proud of them. They all look so amazing. I didn't get to see them before, so I'm so proud of them. They look so beautiful. I was signing my name like, 60 times on these awards. That's why I was late. But we've got the awards, so that's exciting. And you guys got started, I'm glad. This year has been amazing. We've seen a lot of growth, not only in height, at least one student's already taller than me, but as well in their academics especially. We've been working really hard. We got a lot of extra textbooks. I have a lot of grading still left to do in the next couple of weeks, but we've seen their MAP scores going up, and that's exciting. When I see that happening, I know something must be happening in their academics. And I also had some help, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a certificate of completion for each of you. Since today was our real last day of school, tomorrow is just party day. So you got your certificate of completion, and then we also have an award that you will be getting. So I'll call your name up and come and get it, okay? First up, we have Creed Cooney. He has finished pre-kindergarten and is getting the Teacher's Award. Next up, we have Tempest Beeler. She has also completed pre-kindergarten and is receiving a certificate of achievement. Corey Crisco also completed pre-kindergarten and is receiving our Star Student Certificate. We have Demaya Randall completing first grade and has our Certificate of Appreciation. We have Bill Lewis, who has completed first grade and into second grade, and he is giving the Artistic Award. We have Temperance Slisher, completing second grade and has the Athletic Award of Excellence. We have Oliver Simones, who actually has 2 certificates, one completing first grade, which he did about October, and then one completing second grade, which he has now done, and he's getting the award for Most Improved in Science. We got Marcus Conrad completing second grade and has their certificate in science. We have Titus Ehrlich completing third grade and has the certificate in the science fair. We have Colton Crisco completing third grade, certificate in physical education. They're quick. We got Dakota Crisco also completing third grade and has the certificate of character. We got Kyla Crisco completing fourth grade and the certificate in music. We got Priscilla Copeland completing fourth grade and a Most Improved in History. We've got Troy Conrad completing fourth grade and also has the Science Fair Award. We have Joba Latrell completing fifth grade and has our volunteer certificate. We've got Sadie Ehrlich completing fifth grade and our participation certificate. We've got Asher Pope completing sixth grade with our certificate in history. And we have Mason Simones completing sixth grade with our certificate in leadership. Let's give everybody one more round of applause. And I'll just throw this in there. Mr. Adam actually made his class do finals yesterday and today. In his class, he said that they needed to learn what finals were like, and there were a few tears. So I think that they are learning what finals are like because of that. But we will now have our kindergarten graduation. I did not leave somebody off. We have 19 students this year, and one very special person is graduating from kindergarten. So Miss Christina is going to come up to do that.
All right. I would like to call Choice Cooney to come up and be celebrated as she completes kindergarten and moves on to first grade. Choice has worked really hard this year, and I have so many things that I could say to celebrate her, but I will keep it short for the lateness of the hour. Stacia Tosher said, "We worry about what a child will become tomorrow, yet we forget that he is someone today." And I just would like to say that, Choice, you are already today a very strong leader in our class. You are a creative thinker, you are a kind friend, and you are an energetic problem solver. If we have a problem, you jump right in with a solution. And you are Jesus shining lights to your friends and everyone around you. You are incredibly special to everyone sitting here today who is so excited for your accomplishments. You have learned more every day, you have played hard, and you have tried to be a good friend every day. Well done and congratulations to you. This is your certificate of completion for kindergarten.
All right, I just wanted to end with a few thank yous. I know I can't thank everybody who has helped me out this year. I really like organization, and I really like planning. I like keeping track of the calendar and all the paperwork, and things like this is not in my comfort zone. So I appreciate those who help me, and with all the decision making, I like when people tell me what to do, and then people now are saying, "Miss Amanda, what do you want to do?" So I appreciate those who have given me advice along the way as well. Even if I don't say your name, I appreciate you all. I want to thank Christina this year first. Last year was lonely, and so I was very thankful to have a co-teacher this year. Let's give Miss Christina a round of applause. I want to thank Marcia Simones. She is always asking what she can do to help me. And she's always there picking up after the kids. She's there every seed week, going around and helping out, helping drive, helping kids find swimsuits. Her and Jamel both have gone over to the Community Service Center more than once to find swimsuits for kids who've forgotten so that they can still swim. She's helping with every party that I do. She's getting food for tomorrow. Thank you, Marcia. And a similar thank you goes out to Jamel. She's always around. I don't know where she is, but she's hiding. But she's always around doing things around the church and the school. She's on top of things. She always comes and reminds me of things that I'm forgetting. Let's give her a round of applause. I also want to thank Jacob one more time, and Nathan as well for helping out with the events. But Jacob has worked with these students. I can hear them upstairs, and I can imagine the noise that they're making, and I appreciate you working with them all year. And I want to thank Adam Adam has been a tremendous help. I kind of was wondering how it would go being my brother. I knew we got along well, but I didn't know about teaching and his style and how it would go with being my aide. And he really turned out to be much more of a co-teacher than a teacher's aide. He's completely taken over 4 through 6 world history this year. He taught them how to read out of a textbook, how to find things out of a textbook, how to take notes, how to take tests, how to study for tests. He taught them everything. All the information is just there in his mind. So I said, go for it. You know more than I do in these topics. So he's gone above and beyond. And even in science, he's taken over a lot of that teaching because, again, I was always asking him questions. So now I'm a student with the rest of the students, and we all learn from Mr. Adam. Sometimes the kids will come to me and say, Miss Amanda, I have a question. Never mind, it's a Mr. Adam question. So I appreciate his expertise in a lot of these areas now that I'm working with the older kids. Thank you, Adam. All right, and I want to mention the Community Service Center. Amy and Lannis and Hillary, they have worked with our 6th graders. They go over there for an hour every Wednesday and work with them. They volunteer, and I hope they're helpful. They've never told me otherwise, and I appreciate them doing that. I also wanted to mention Hillary, Lacey, and Jericho, who have helped me in the food store that we have over in our school. That's a good fundraiser for us. They've helped to man that on Wednesdays, and I so appreciate it. It became a little bit too much. I also appreciate the board members who are so supportive. They always are showing up for our functions and always asking me what I feel like is the best thing to do, and they just roll with it. Even if I have some crazy ideas to change some things up, they like to support. So let's give all of them a round of applause real quick. And finally, I want to thank Pastor Hagan. He comes and does worship on Thursday mornings, and the church for letting us borrow the sanctuary at times like this, and for all the support, especially financially. The church supports us in so many ways, and several of our students are sponsored by church members, and we so appreciate all of you for your support. So thank you for that as well. All right, so without further ado, we'll close in prayer. Fold your hands and close your eyes. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you so much for these wonderful students, for this wonderful school that you have blessed and that you have put your hands on. We thank you for each and every one of these students who are able to attend this year. Please help them as they go into the summer, and bring them back again in the fall so that we can continue learning especially more about you and your love for them. Help us to continue to grow in our relationship with you, and to never forget how much you love us, most importantly. And we ask that you would give us all safety as we leave this place now, as we go back home and we go about our business. Help us to remember the school and to remember the big blessings and even the small ones that you give us every day. And we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, guys.